Yes, electric and hybrid vehicles are appealing, but lots of us don't know where to begin when considering an electric vehicle, or an EV as they're being called now. If that's you, listen up. Buzz Smith, a local EV-angelist, is here to share some knowledge to help you be confident in your decision. I love that, EV-angelist.
I'm spreading the good news of EVs.
That is pretty clever. I got to give it to you on that. Okay, so my dad loved his EV. I mean, he was so proud of it. He really enjoyed it. Can you talk about dealership experience and that contributing to the rise of EV buyers?
I can do one of those things because they haven't really contributed to the rise yet. Believe it or not, if you go to a dealership, a lot of salespeople try to talk you out of an EV because they don't know enough about it. And all of us don't want to appear uninformed on what we do for a living. And so unfortunately, salespeople at traditional car dealerships really became sales clerks instead of the automotive consultants that we think they are.
Yeah, I was in a dealership the other day and I was surprised to learn that I think it was within 4 or 5 years, a majority of their fleet was going to be converted to EV.
Yeah.
Which, you know, so that tells you a lot about what's going on right now. But so what you're saying is that a lot of people aren't going to dealerships. There's this huge rise in online purchases of EVs. So what do you need to know going into that?
Well, really, what you need to know is you're probably going to know more than the salesperson does. Now, you may luck out and find a dealership where somebody actually drives an EV, and so they'll have the answers you need. But the other thing, I don't want to demonize dealerships because it has to do with the way salespeople are compensated. They're 100% commission. If they don't sell a car, they don't make a dollar. If you go in and want to buy a pickup, they're going to go, okay, crew cab, double cab, single cab, long bed, short bed, four-wheel drive, two-wheel drive. What color do you want? Boom, we can sell you a truck and make a big commission.
Right.
Profit margins on EVs are smaller, so they're already getting a smaller commission. And whereas most gasoline car buyers only go to 1.4 dealerships before they buy, EV drivers might go to 4 or 5 dealerships because they have so many questions.
So this is something we were chatting before we came on, and you said that people who are looking for a car, 16% have a favorable opinion of EVs before they drive it, and after the first or second drive, 80% do?
It's like 82%. I just saw these numbers from Consumer Reports presentation down in Austin, so I don't know if I have the numbers exactly right, but it was shocking. And it's something that hopefully this isn't too early in the day, but I've been saying for years, the most important thing for salespeople to do is get butts in seats. Once they experience it, and it was a life-changing event for me. I wish I could take credit for it, but my wife was the one that said, hey, let's go take a look at these plug-in vehicles. And within 60 days, we had 2 of them in our household. They were that cool.
Okay, so what's happening? What do people need to know? What's happening with prices? What's happening with features that you need to look for? If I'm interested, what do I need to know?
The big thing you need to know is with the Inflation Reduction Act, all of the incentives changed pretty dramatically. And some of them, some of the cars out there, say General Motors cars and Tesla vehicles, have already hit the 200,000 threshold, so they don't get the $7,500 federal income tax credit when you buy one. Now, on January 1st, the new law takes effect. Those things will come back. General Motors is coming out with a bunch of great cars, but Tesla, a lot of people left Tesla, and now the ones that are low enough in price will qualify. Now, I do recommend people educate themselves on the changes in that tax credit, because that's $7,500. But the main thing is go on Facebook, find the owner's group for the car that you're interested in, and you'll learn so much more there than you will at a dealership.
That's a great suggestion. So a couple of quick questions before you get away. How do you know which one to get, and is now a good time, or the technology is changing so quickly, should you wait a year or two?
Every year that you wait, you're throwing away thousands of dollars in energy savings. And most people don't realize EVs don't have oil to change. They don't have transmission fluid. They don't have exhaust systems, fan belts, spark plugs. You know, there's no maintenance for the first 150,000 miles typically. So if you want to save money and have a great car right now, go check out an EV. If you drive it, you'll buy it. Okay,
and I love your suggestion about the Facebook group. That seems like really practical.
It is. It is amazing. And with all those groups, you know, if somebody's having a problem, they might blow it out of proportions, but just ask, is this really a common problem? What you'll find is they're not trying to sell you a car. It's like a friend that went and saw a great movie. They're trying to share a wonderful experience they've had.
Thanks so much. Great to talk with you. Keep track of federal and state EV incentives. You can visit Buzz's blog. It's the EV-Evangelist.
Oh, EV-Angelist.
EV-Angelist.com. To keep up with EV developments in Texas, visit txetra.org.